All right, all right, all right, all right. And we're at it again. Happy Monday, friends. Happy May 23rd. As we're chugging along through May of 2022, I want to thank you for taking a look at this video, if you are. If you're not, I want to thank YouTube for helping me stay accountable. What are we doing here? Well, I'm checking in with you every Monday, letting you know how I'm doing as I grow my business Champion Data Supply, and letting you know the ins and outs, the ups and downs of actually creating a company. Champion Data Supply has been my lifestyle business for the last 10 years to support my music career. Now we're going to make a shift. We're going to grow the company to the point where we'll have other salespeople, duplicate myself, teach other people how to make a good living, and at the same time grow the business, and with the intention of selling the business in 10 to 15 years. With that intention in mind, we're going to keep that, because that helps it. When you have that intention in mind, then you start doing things better. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to sell the business, but certainly if the opportunity is right and it's right for all involved, then yes, I would. And I'd want to make sure that my bookkeeping and everything is right up to date. So that's the direction we're going. A lot of times, this is not going to be, I'm going to tell you how to do things. I'm going to let you know each week what it is that I'm up to. And then I'm going to come back the following week and let you know how I did, how life happened for me, so to speak. But today was really interesting. It's 3:30 in the afternoon when I'm doing this. My commitment was to get this up and out in the morning, first thing in the morning. I wanted it to be up by 8 a.m. So that's the eventual commitment. And this is going to be the fourth video. And so I did make a commitment to myself that once I put up 4 in a row, then I would start sharing these with other people to see if it would be helpful to them. Because that's really the whole idea here, is for you to play along at home. And what we're doing is we're using this handy dandy sheet here. You can make up your own sheet if you want. But basically how we're handling this is we're going to use 3 priorities. And if you haven't heard this in a minute, it's money, health, and relationships. Why this priority? Well, if you don't have any money, it's really tough to take good care of your health. And if you don't have any money and you're not very healthy, it's not very easy to spend quality times with your loved ones. So that's the philosophy we're rolling with here. You can use any one you want, but if you don't have one at all, I suggest jumping on this one because it's pretty easy. We're going to use a couple action items each week, as you'll see. And we have action goals, and then we have result goals. And action goals, we want those to be achievable. We always want them to stretch a little, but we want the action goals to be achievable. If you're on it that week, you should be able to achieve those achievement goals. But then we have the results goals, and those are going to be stretch goals. So if you want to lose, let's say from example, my ideal weight is I want to get under 200 pounds. I'll share my progress with you. But each week I'm going to be stretching myself closer and closer and closer to that 200 pound mark. And you'll see how I apply that and how that's doing, okay? Also, we're applying the philosophy of the one thing. And that is we're going to pick our one most important action item for the week. And you can bust this down into days too. I'm good with my weeks for me, but this isn't the be all end all. This is just an encouragement really for you to get intentional with your life. And I just want to say that today, more than ever, with all the noise in the world, I think it's more important than ever to be intentional with your life. And that is deciding what it is that you want, creating a plan to get it, and then going after it and keep going after it. And know how you want to live, know how you want to be as a person, as a family, as a community member, and strive to be that person. Because you know what? If you don't know who you want to be, Our great powers that be have plenty of great ideas that they're happy to install in your head. I don't want to get all conspiracy-like, but really, if you don't take the time to choose your direction and choose who you're going to be, well, then you could be just anybody, and it may not be someone that you really like or you really want to be. Anyway, that's enough on that. Why am I doing this at 3:30 in the afternoon? Well, because life got in the way. I got up extra early this morning and went to the gym and had a little faux pas at the gym, and most of my morning was taken up handling this situation. And but it got handled, and I was committed to getting my video out, to getting my goals accomplished, and I did. So let me share with you how this went today. But anyway, last week's goals. Here they are. Okay, let's just go quick right down the list here. Starting off with money, the money goals. My one thing is 5 hot prospecting calls per day. And I like the gold stars, baby. There we go. 5 of them. All the way across. Achieved. Awesome. Super stoked on that. Because that's the one. That's the number one thing that I want to get done here. All right. The number 2. And then the rest, it's not even number 2. Okay. And the number one thing is done. The next thing on the list under money was 30 minutes per day business money management. And I started strong, but then the last 3 days I did not do so well. I did not do it at all. So that's why we have the red X's there. Let's go over to the results column. I wanted 2 new accounts. I got a new account. Yes, the pipeline is getting fuller because of the actions that I'm doing, and it's starting to show. Like I said, I got 1 of the 2 new accounts, and a little bit higher on my percentage, 42% of the income that I wanted, the revenue that I wanted to bring in this week. I hit that goal. That's where I was on that goal. All right, so there's money moving along. How did we do on health? Bam, lots of gold stars there. Now, I just wrote in a star for the last day because I didn't do this exact exercise, the 2-mile run. I did another exercise. I went to the gym and I went for a really long hike. So I still got in my exercise. So I still giving myself credit. And look at this. Results goal achieved. I woke up this morning. I got on the scale. 214.5. So super stoked on that. That's heading in the right direction. I'm very proud of myself there. All right, let's get to the third category, relationships. Crashed and burned, totally. That's the truth of the matter. And I don't want to blame my other poor results, because actually I still did really good, but I won't deny it to you. If I'm having challenges in my primary relationship, it's hard to shake them and then get to work, because I work at home right now for just a little bit. There's an announcement coming. Anyway, and so it was a rough week. But I got to tell you, having this and knowing each day exactly what my most important item is, as you can see, helped me to stay on track. And also with health, if I'm staying on track with my regular exercise, man, that makes a world of difference to me. So I'd like to encourage you to do that too, because I had heard an interview with Richard Branson, and he said when he gets a little down, what? Richard Branson gets down? Ugh, it happens to all of us, right? I think so. Unless you're on I'm not going to go there. Anyway, so he said when he's feeling down, he takes a break, goes and works out, and then he comes back re-energized, refocused, and then gets back on it. So so boom, those were good. Sorry, I might have got a little off track, but my relationships did not work out so well. The supportive relationships, the supportive workouts, supposed to have 2 of them. Obviously, I did them, but it didn't work out with the 2 of us. I don't want to share any dirty laundry, but I do want to share with you guys the truth, because that's what this is all about. It's like what's really going on, and you're helping me stay accountable to myself. And I'm hoping I'm showing you that most of the time, achieving goals, achieving outcomes isn't just a straight line. All right, and clearly. So that was a bummer. We didn't even have a book session. That was a bummer. And so, of course, but then ultimately, we did not have a great trip to Joshua Tree. Matter of fact, I did not go. So anyway, but just to give you a little primer here, we did work some things out this weekend, so we're back where we seem to be doing good. But we'll talk more about that. That's not what this is about, but it is part of it, right? Money, health, and relationships. There we go. All right, moving forward. Oh, I got 5 more minutes. I want to keep it in my 15-minute time frame here. So, all right, what's happening? Weekly outcomes this week, 5/23/22. All right. Pretty similar, but some adjustments, all right? Especially when it comes to money, all right? The 5 hot prospecting calls per day is really working. So sticking with that as my one thing. By the way, if you'd like to know more about this philosophy, the one thing, you can find it. It's a great book, and you can find it on Audible also. Then I gotta stay on my back end here, 30 minutes per day on business money management. So I've got to get that in 30 minutes per day. That's my goal. That's my outcome. We're going to keep the results the same, 2 new accounts, and we're going to go after at least at the present time, the mystery revenue goal. I know what it is, but anyway, we're just getting to know each other. All right. Health. I've got a purely a resistance training program that I'm doing for this week. It's called BBB, known as Big Beyond Belief. It was written by Tom Platz and Leo Costa Jr. And I've had it for ages, and it's just a way for me to change things up a little bit. So I'll be hitting the gym every single day for 6 days and doing this particular program this week, just to change things up a little bit also, all right? And so what are we doing for the results? Let's get below 13. So that's the next stretch, below 213. I was at 214.5 today. So that's very healthy weight loss. As I've been looking at my weight loss over the month, it's only been about a pound or pound plus a week, which is good weight loss. You don't want to lose weight too quickly because you don't want to lose muscle mass. All right. And if you don't believe me, Google it. All right. Relationships. I'm taking a change of tact here. Okay, we're going to focus on another area of relationships, and that's just my friends, my personal relationships with my friends, other than my partner. So so my goal here is to call 1 friend per day. 1 friend per day. All right. Now the result, though, got to stretch the result a little bit, right? So the result would be actually to talk to 7 friends this week. And I guess I could have made it even more specific. Remember, we want to keep our goals specific, just like a basketball going through the hoop. When all 45,000, 50,000 fans all see it, they all know it happened. So actually, talk to 7 friends on the phone is really what I want to do, because we have a charity event coming up this weekend that I'll be participating in, and I absolutely will talk to way more than 7 friends there. All right. That's what's happening. It looks like I even wrapped things up a little bit earlier. So I want to say that I want to give myself a little pat on the back, because this was my 4th video, and I did commit that after I was able to show myself that I could do this consistently 4 weeks in a row, I want to start sharing this with other people. So that's what I'm going to do after I post this today. I'm going to spruce up the YouTube channel a little bit more. I've been on Twitter a little bit, and I kind of like it so far. So maybe I'll start sharing this on Twitter whenever it is I put up a new video. But yeah, I'm going to create a little email and share this with my close friends, and I think, yeah, just start sharing it and see what sort of feedback I get. See if anybody else is interested in doing goals along with me, goals, results, outcomes, whatever you want to call it. But I hope so. I'm fishing here, guys. I'm fishing. I'm trying to find some other people that are also entrepreneurial. They're trying to make some things happen. They're intentional about their lives. And, if you want to be something huge, great, that's fine. But what's really most important, I think, is to live the way you want to live to the best of your ability. Plan for that, work towards it. If you don't know how to do something, for heaven's sakes, it is 2020. 2022, right? Hey, and I'm just using my iPhone to record this and do all of this right now. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android, whatever, it's never been easier to learn than right now, okay? That's one thing that the coronavirus did for us. It really has upped the value of online learning. I mean, you can get college degrees online now. Anyway, that's my time, you guys. Rock and roll. Have a great week. Set those goals. Write them down. Give it your best shot. Make adjustments. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.